Hi, I'm Melissa Winters and I'm at Albuquerque Quilt Week with Terri Jones, who won an honorable mention in our non-traditional wall quilt category. Hi Terri.
Hi Melissa, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So this quilt is so unique and stands out so much because it's an octopus.
Because it's an octopus.
How did you come up with that idea?
In St. Louis, Missouri, the City Museum has an octopus that's on the floor, but it's all done in mosaic.
Okay.
It's great big, it's like the whole size of the floor.
That's a big octopus.
It's a big octopus. So you can't see it unless you get high enough or on the second floor and look down.
Okay.
So when I saw it, I snapped a picture and decided that at some point in my life, I was going to figure out a way to turn that into a quilt.
I bet that's a thing to see.
It's a nice mosaic, but it's all brown, so you don't really see it. It's not colorful like this.
It's not colorful?
It's all browns and tans. And,
no, well
that's why it blends in and you don't know.
It's definitely not boring.
No, it's not boring. So it took me about 3 years to come up with the plan to put it together. And then it took me about 6 months after that to put it, to build the quilt.
So these are scraps from other quilts, or?
These are all scraps from quilts or clothing I've made for my grandchildren. They're all it all came from my scrap bin. I didn't buy in, except for the solids. The solids in the frame were the only fabric that I purchased.
Did you cut them out and then quilt it, or how did you go about quilting all the pieces and everything?
I didn't cut the pieces out unless they wouldn't fit.
Okay.
These were the sizes of the scraps. This is what they were.
Great.
So I put them together just like you would a mosaic, a tile mosaic. I only cut them if I needed a little snip off here or snip off there in order to fit them into it. So they're just pieced on there. They are stitched around. It's raw edge applique. They're stitched around about 1/8 of an inch all the way around them.
Great, and then you quilted over all of that.
Yes, it's quilted. That when you stitch it on, it's called a ticker tape quilt. And so when you do it, you already have 3 layers in a muslin back. Then I put another backing on it and quilted over.
Oh wow!
The mosaic.
Gotcha. Okay, so these leaves, did you quilt them before you put them on, or?
Yes, all of the decorations on the quilt afterwards, all of the flowers, they were all thread painted.
Okay.
Individually, and then applied to the quilt after the frame was quilted.
Oh, great. So I have to ask, these flowers look like paper, but they're not really paper, are they?
No, they're fabric that has been soaked in fabric stiffener. Okay. You soak it, you leave it overnight, and then you fold it like origami paper. It works just like an origami paper. Oh, great. And so first I had to learn how to fold origami flowers. Then I had to figure out how to do it on a quilt with fabric and keep them stiff so that they wouldn't just unfold. Gotcha.
You have so many techniques in this quilt. It was truly a learning quilt, wasn't it?
Yes, I learned new things every day. Yes. I had to learn how to make these types of things with the clover. I had to learn how to make those. The whole thing was new, and yes.
And so what was the funnest part you had, or you felt like you were excited about after you got it done?
Oh gosh, that's a very good question. I think I had more fun doing the coral and making it look like coral and having to keep changing the way I thread painted it to get the look that I wanted for the coral. So that was probably the most fun that I had with the quilt. Well,
Terri, this is an amazing quilt, and it definitely brightens up Quilt Week here in Albuquerque. So thank you so much for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.